So Helen, here we are at the Babylon Gallery. You've got your exhibition due to open later this week. Can you tell us more about Settlement in Search of Home?
Yeah, sure. It's obviously about home, what home means to me, and home as a place where you feel at home, you're settled, you're secure, particularly in these times where a lot of people aren't secure and they're leaving their homes all over the world. And I also wanted to look at the idea of home in ancient times and the continuity of home as a place.
You've got a very definitive style of work. Can you tell us more about that?
Okay, well, I don't exclusively, but I obviously mainly work in a grid format. And I find that it gives me an enormous amount of scope in terms of the colour palette that I use, and in a sense, as a kind of a field where you can look at something from afar or closer up as individual squares. So it's a very pliable way of working. I never lose interest in it.
When you started making the work, what began the grid patterning? How did that start?
It started a long while ago when I was actually doing a piece, illustrative piece, and I used it as the background for some reason, a grid of very, very tiny squares. And as the piece went on, I got far more interested in the squares than I did the drawing of the characters. And that's really how it started. I just went from there, and the characters, the drawings dropped out, and the grid took over.
And the pieces that you use to make the work, how do you go about finding those and using those?
Okay. Well, they're my treasures, and I find them everywhere. I find them I live near the coast in Suffolk, so beaches are a wonderful source of treasure. And I tend to walk along looking at the ground, so I find things that way. The only rule is no plastic. I just like things to be natural.
So the exhibition's due to open later this week. What do you hope visitors might be getting from the exhibition?
Ooh. Well, I hope they get it, and I hope that I want to hear their stories. I mean, I've put this out as a group of painting works which I feel tell a story as far as I'm concerned, but I would like them to share their stories that they get out of it, because they're not meant to be read. I hope that they're just signposts to a narrative that is open to everyone.